Today is Mattias Janmarks, who the Oilers managed to bring back this summer on a 2-year deal. Is it a 2-year deal, I believe? 3-year deal, whatever it was. And either way, quickly became a fan favorite in the playoffs because of his performances on the penalty kill and just towards the end of the season too, just his willingness to kind of drop the gloves and just beat up guys. And it was really fun.
Take that, Blake Coleman.
And yeah, so I gave him a B-, I think, on the season. A+ in the playoffs. And I gave him an 80% chance of staying. So was for reference, the chance of staying leads all the way to the playoffs. And the reason, like someone put in here, Joel put in here 3 years. Thanks, Ryan. Joel put C- for regular season, A for playoffs. I gave him a little bit higher than maybe I would have liked to for the regular season, because he was kind of didn't really bring a lot for a long time, and it felt like he was overshadowed from
Connor Brown.
Really helped
go under the radar.
He had 1 goal for most of the season, but picked it up towards the end, and I appreciate his willingness to change his style of game that we just mentioned. Fights with Blake Coleman. He fought someone in Toronto. Was it Max Domi? I think it was.
He fought twice.
Blake Coleman was a Battle of Alberta in Edmonton. He got smoked that game. I'm getting smoked in Toronto too. So I think that's what kind of bolstered it a little bit for me. And I mean, playoffs, like he had a goal in Game 7. Yes. He had so many fantastic moments in those conference finals and the so many great celebrations, and he became so good.
If I could give him an A++ for the playoffs, I would. I think B- regular season. We're still falling a little too in love from the playoffs. I think he was a solid C or C+ the regular season.
Who do you think had a better season? Now take your bias cap off.
Okay.
Derek Ryan or Mattias Janmarks?
I would go with Mattias Janmarks.
See, we gave Derek Ryan a C+. So that's why I went up a little bit based off because I just think he was fine.
Yeah, no, Derek Ryan's wheels started to kind of fall off there towards the end of the season. So
Chris put here, the janitor will clean up all the mess.
Yeah,
he sure will.
Well, in the same breath, like during the regular season, when I reviewed Mattias Janmarks and I would talk about him, I wouldn't know what to say. Like, this guy I thought he was just mid. He just could skate fast, and he was good on the PK. But then his work ethic really took another level in the playoffs, and he was finding back the net. And honestly, during the regular season, he was able to kind of get the puck on net, create some scoring chances, but he could never just get it in the back. And I think for Oilers fans, they really just wanted the more goal scoring from the bottom 6, and I think the bottom 6 did score a little less this season compared to last year.
Totally,
which is interesting since we didn't make the cup final. So I think from like a systems point of view, like the Oilers PK when it comes to defensive specialties, Mattias Janmarks was pretty important in that area.
We spoke about that with Zach on Monday actually when we did Derek Ryan, and just talked about how his goals for, goals against ratio was less than last year. But one thing to consider on that was Derek Ryan's goals dropped from 13 to 5, 4 or 5, whatever it was. Mattias Janmarks wasn't a double-digit goal scorer. Connor Brown didn't do anything for most of the year, so they picked that up on the way and got better in the playoffs. Derek Ryan's game fell down because he's an older player on the team, and Janmarks elevated, and I think that was fantastic. But a few people in the chat here, Naeem had one giving his thoughts on it. See, in the regular season, had a super long goalless drought as well, but A in the playoffs. Wreck-It Ralph?
Yep. Wreck-It Ralph?
Great film.
Again, regular season C, playoffs an A, and there was one other one Joel had in here. C- in the regular season and A for the playoffs. And of course, I messed up with his contract like I always do. Ryan corrected me. 3 years for Mattias Janmarks, and I think everyone's very thankful. The first, here you go, was. Here's a fun little fact for you. Are you sitting down for this one? No reaction. First multi-year deal he's had since his rookie deal.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
That's a fun fact.
Apparently so.
Hey, earned, not given.
I was a little surprised by 3 years, but I'm okay with it. He earned it.
I think it's nice to give those guys a little bit.
And if he wants to be here,
yeah, we were talking about legacy deals, and this is what I would call a minor legacy deal. But what harm does that do? The cap's going to go up so much. He's going to play in your fourth line. It is what it is.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.